culture that we provide from an accountability standpoint for USF is in the acronyms of our logo, the D.O.N.S, in our mascot. So we've taken every acronym, the D, the O, the N, and the S, and we use it every single day to communicate with our players. The D represents player-driven, people add, and we try to get our players to be driven. We try to get them to be the people that add. The O is the on it. They're on it task by task. They separate. They're in the opportunity that they're in, and they try to stay on it. So when they go into the weight room, they touch the on it. It's above the door. When they come out of the weight room, they're on it again, because now they're moving either to academics or they're moving into their normal everyday life. The end part is the now. We try to stay in the present moment no matter what. We try not to get caught up in mistakes. We try not to look at the future and talk about how much success we're having or difficulties, and we try to stay in the now. So it's task by task, staying in it, trying to stay in the here and now. And then the S is for simple. Simple man, simple person, simple student. The S is in center field, and it's a small letter. So we've taken all four of those and we've tried to use it for our team every day, and we communicate like that every day. If a player walks into the weight room and he hasn't touched the sign, someone will say, you need to stay on it. Instead of get to work, they go back outside, they touch it. In their mind, the accountability part of their mind, now they're on it in the weight room, and everything else is outside of that. When they're leaving the weight room, if they fail to touch the on it sign, someone will bring them back and say, you need to get on it. So now they know they're leaving the weight room and they got to get on their life, whether it's communicating with family and friends, or that's going to homework, or whatever that might be. They need to get on it, putting food into their body, getting rest. The simple part is the greatest part for us, is we try to stay simple. We try to keep our thoughts simple. We try to stay simple as a student, as a person. We use that in center field. So whenever a player may struggle throughout the day and we're in uniform in a game situation, we'll touch the D and let them know that each player in that dugout has to be driven in order to make us successful. There are the player-driven people that add. If someone's not on it, where they don't get a sign, or they miss something in the game, or they're not doing a chart, we'll just touch the O. If a guy's at the plate and he's worried about the ball or strike that an umpire called, we'll touch the N and just say, now is important. What happened before, what's going to happen after that doesn't matter. And then the simple part is, whenever someone gets to a point where their thinking is too critical on the field or in the classroom or as people, we'll just touch the S and say, stay simple. And it's not a perfect world, but it's a world where you can communicate with 18 to 21-year-old people every single day and not feel like it's an authoritative, but it's more of an accountability. And when we teach our players to become accountable for themselves, and they take care of themselves, then they start to help everybody else in the program. But if they can't take care of themselves, if they can't be driven, if they're not on it, if they're not simple, if they're not in the here and now, it's really difficult for them to branch out and help anyone else.